The narrative opens with him discovering a love note in his school locker and is loaded with excitement from the start. He meets Satomi, a girl who admires him, and she begs him to be her lover. Itoki is apprehensive and unclear of what she wants to do when they get to Satomi's house. Satomi abruptly removes her clothing and climbs on top of him. Itoki pulls her away and looks beneath the bed to see if somebody is waiting to trick him. He is surprised to see a ninja under the bed, which Satomi assaults with a kunai. She prepares to murder him as other ninjas emerge. Thankfully, a kunai crashes through the window, forming an ominous smokescreen, and Itoki childhood buddy, Kotsu, emerges to save him. She tosses him out the window and confronts the ninjas on her own. Itoki flees into the city, where he begs a police officer for assistance, but before the officer can respond, a ninja emerges and cuts his throat. Other ninjas pursue and fight him in an attempt to capture him. Nevertheless, his uncle, Takasada, casually commands the officer to stop playing dead. He then prepares for the combat by putting on his armor. Takasada uses his unrivaled lightning speed to combat the ninjas before returning Itoki to the automobile with Kotsu. He encourages Itoki to get out and walk up the hill, calling it his family's home. Itoki is shocked to discover a gorgeous home when they arrive. Yumika appears, welcoming everyone with a bow and instructing Itoki to address her as chief. Yumika leads the Iga village, one of several ninja clans that have assimilated into humanity. For decades, they have followed stringent regulations to ensure balance and harmony. However, Koga has been attempting to take over Iga, and it was they who assaulted Itoki. They are determined to kill him since he is the heir to the Iga ninja village. Meanwhile, Kaido, the village substitute head, has announced that they would exact vengeance on the Iga ninjas for the killing of their clan chief, Kishinmaru. Yumika is genuinely concerned and insists on Itoki becoming a ninja to secure his protection. However, Itoki is hesitant and does not trust the ninja narrative they are giving him. Nevertheless, his uncle Takasada drags him outdoors and him a dire warning, become a ninja or die. Takasada tells him that his father was the village head before he died. Yumika then accepted the responsibility as leader and protector of their hamlet. Itoki, overcome with grief, sobs as he understands the load his mother bears alone. He accepts to become a ninja as well, determined not to forsake her. The next morning, Riaya notifies Itoki that he has been admitted to the Kokuden Ninja Academy, Japan's only ninja school recognized by the National Ninjutsu Security Measures Committee. She says that the NSC was formed to avoid future disputes between villages after a catastrophic battle in the ninja world 70 years ago. Itoki must pass a rigorous admission exam in order to be accepted into the academy. Itoki and Kotsu are astonished to learn that the exam place is owned by the Koga clan on the day of the exam. When they enter the exam room, they notice other pupils and a guy who explains the test, hide and seek. The hider will be the first to escape and will seek refuge anywhere in the service area. A minute later, the seeker will have 10 minutes to discover the hider or be disqualified. While Kotsu finds her hider quickly, Itoki's objective is Satomi, the same mad girl as previously. Takasada takes down a Koga ninja who is attempting to murder him while searching for her. Kotsu informs him that additional Koga ninjas are around, so he must be vigilant. She and Takasada pledge to assist and defend him. Another ninja attacks Itoki from afar, but Kotsu intervenes and pursues the ninja into the restroom, where he discovers that it is Satomi. She quickly enters and fight, but Satomi flees and pursues Itoki. Itoki has to disclose his hider quickly, so he gets a fire extinguisher and sprays it while yelling fire. The anti-fire system is activated, revealing Satomi, who was attempting to assault him. Satomi keeps charging towards Itoki, but Kotsu knocks her away. The NSC ninja arrive out of nowhere and arrest Satomi, immediately whisking her away. Itoki won't attack her, but the examiner warns him that time has passed since he turned on the sprinklers. When questioned why he opted to harm the property rather than find another means to reveal the optical camouflage, Itoki explains that he wanted to protect the people and keep them safe. He fails the test, yet he is nonetheless picked from among those who passed. Meanwhile, Hayato, the captain of the NSC, is dispatched to Koga's clan to notify them that Satomi, Kaido's daughter, has been detained on suspicion of attempted murder. Kaido says that she betrayed the clan a month ago, which is encouraging. When Hayato is leaving, he receives a call about Satomi, who had taken her own life. Yumika panics at the Iga's house when Takasada warns her that Koga has penetrated the academy, the NSC, and even their family. Itoki comes to the Kokuden Ninja School, followed by Kotsu, to begin his path to become a ninja. He observes a female and can't help but gaze at her as soon as he walks off the train. Ryoko, the girl, notices him and introduces herself. Soon after, Ryoko and her friends depart, and Itoki encounters several Koga clan members who appear hostile to him. Just before a fight is about to break out, a girl called Kairi comes and pretends to know Itoki, removing him from the situation. Kairi explains that those men are top Koga ninjas and extends an invitation to Itoki, who accepts. Juzan, the school principal, greets the pupils and reminds them of the three ninja principles: do not be detected, murder, or betray. Nonetheless, Juzan underlines that if any of these criteria are violated and not detected, it is okay. Kairi, who is starting her first day of school as well, is astonished to see that she is in the same class as Itoki. During their lunch break, Kairi instructs them what to eat for lunch so they don't anger the Koga lads. But Itoki is perplexed and stares over at them, prompting one of the Koga members, Himura, to become enraged and believe Itoki is attempting to start anything. Fortunately, Suzaku, another Koga ninja, calms Himura down and informs Itoki that Kishinmaru, a wonderful leader who was attempting to bring peace to all the villages, was just assassinated by Iga. Suzaku swears that Koga will exact his vengeance. Later on, the students will have field training in which the lessons will be merged. Their teacher, Kaminami, mentions ninja suits and ninja cores, which Itoki has never heard of. She tells that they must travel to the adjacent island's roof and get one manju from the principal, who is eating them up there. They only have a limited amount of time to do so. Itoki is able to activate his suit by imitating Kostsu, but he is unable to walk in it. Ryoko comes and assists him in adjusting the suit to his abilities because she is a member of the Seiga clan, which specialists in ninja tools. Itoki becomes overly thrilled when he arrives and falls down a precipice. He lands safely, owing to the suit, which is powered by the ninja core. Ryoko urges him not to harm it since it will cause the suit to lose power. They start racing towards the island as a group. They meet Suzaku on the bridge linking the islands, who attempts to assault Itoki. Kostsu, on the other hand, emerges fast and stops Suzaku's blow, allowing Itoki and Ryoko to continue. As they arrive to the island, Itoki detects something and instructs Ryoko to continue without him. He comes upon Kairi, who has been assaulted by Koga and has had her core broken. She tells him what occurred, and Itoki decides to confront them as they are attempting to pick on another student. He attacks Himura, but Himura avoids him and knocks him against a wall. They begin to beat up Itoki after realizing he is weak. He tries to break Himura's core, but fails and is battered even more severely. Just when they appear to be about to destroy him, the principal comes and stops them. Itoki returns to Kairi with a manju, saying that he recovered it from Himura during their struggle. He then brings her to the bridge, where she meets Ryoko, who has also gone out to get her manju. Itoki realizes he needs to obtain his own manju, so he leaves Kairi with Ryoko and asks her to watch after her. Itoki reaches the top of the tower and discovers that just one manju remains. Chuzan then declares that a shinobi must have both a sword and a heart, and eats the last manju since Itoki lacks both, failing the test. The next day, Itoki finds that everyone is avoiding him at lunch. Himura and the other Koga pupils have threatened anyone who approaches Itoki. Kostsu, on the other hand, urges him not to worry about them. Kairi and Ryoko join them at the table. Itoki and his buddies are in a bind since they only have 2 days to study for their ninja tools written exam. Ryoko, the daughter of the Seiga commander, promises to assist Itoki prepare for his next exam after learning that he failed his last one. They join a study group with Kostsu and Kairi to prepare for the test. But Kairi explains that they do not need to study. Instead, they must steal the solutions that Kaminami has stashed away. They will fail if they are caught. Ryoko, as a ninja tool specialist, understands just how to do the task. After being amazed by Itoki's boldness, 2 additional pupils join his group. They broke into Kaminami's office that night to grab the answers. Itoki uses a shuriken-like drone to find the safe and key, but Kaminami hears them and follows them. Kairi chooses to play the decoy and distract Kaminami while the rest of the party learns the answers and flees. Kaminami begins the test the next day, but they quickly recognize that the answers have been swapped. On the opposite side, Himura, a Koga ninja, is giggling. He knew they wouldn't notice until they got the answers. Itoki and his buddies are assigned cleaning chores as a punishment for failing the test, but Ryoko still assists them despite passing the test. When they are cleaning, Kostsu approaches Itoki and informs him that there must be a traitor among them. Koga most certainly swapped the answers, and someone must have given them their strategy. Later, Hayato obtains Satomi's autopsy reports and learns that a weird chip was discovered in her brain. It was the end of the semester, and Kaminami had assembled all of the students to notify them of the upcoming joint practical test, which would be held by all of the courses. Yet there was a catch. Every year, the test resulted in injuries and, in some cases, fatalities. Ryoko offered Itoki Seiga's latest disguised ninja equipment, which could disguise his entire physique and even his voice when used with a ninja suit, to help him with his quest. Kostsu, on the other hand, had her own scheme. She was confident that Koga would make a move during the exam and was determined to bring Suzaku down. Yet Itoki was opposed because he feared for Kostsu's life. She replied that this was a ninja's life, but this just enraged Itoki, who stormed off for a stroll. He encountered Juzan outside, who invited him for tea and manju. Itoki began to wonder if ninjas were simply murderers and if his father perished because he was a ninja. Juzan reminded him that he wasn't the first person to pose such question, as Koga's prior commander and his father had. The next day, Kusetsu practiced with Itoki in preparation for the upcoming exam. They devised many schemes to take down Suzaku and tossed them away after they were finished, but someone grabbed them out of the garbage, resulting in the mouse becoming trapped in the trap. The Koga moved towards Itoki's place as the exam began. but they were attacked and knocked unconscious. Turning to the traitor, Itoki and Kusetsu thanked him for his assistance, knowing that he would reveal their plan to Koga and use it against them. The student said that he had no option since his community would be destroyed if he did not follow. As the traitor told Himura, Kusetsu proceeded to confront Suzaku. Himura was taken aback when he discovered that the traitor was actually Itoki in disguise. Himura, on the other hand, was wearing a disguise and was, in reality, Suzaku. Suzaku pursued Itoki, striking him multiple times. Yet Itoki refused to succumb to death, knowing that if he did, the cycle of vengeance would continue, causing much more pain. Suzaku was closely on Itoki's tail, so he needed to act quickly. He threw a smoke bomb to create a distraction. Suzaku proceeded to throw kunais in an attempt to hit his objective. Itoki, on the other hand, was swift on his feet and managed to evade the most of them. Itoki made a bold move, lunging towards Suzaku, surprising him. Itoki delivered a powerful blow, eliminating Suzaku's ninja core. Itoki slumped as the bell rang, exhausted from the fierce conflict. Itoki's buddies waited for him at the infirmary, worried. As he eventually opened his eyes, everyone exhaled a sigh of relief. Yet the next day, Kairi tells Itoki that his good nature would bring him into problems one day. In the meanwhile, Kairi confronts Suzaku about the missing pupils. Suzaku, on the other hand, merely urges her to stay seated and do what he says. Kairi accepts to do whatever for him without hesitation, calling him master. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and watch my other videos if you're into my content.